What's good, fellas? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. The topic for today is attracting women is easy. All right. I'm going to simplify this whole attraction thing for you and make it so that, it's literally just going to come down to whether or not you're going to apply yourself. Because I can tell you right now, I am someone who used to struggle, really struggle when it came to attracting women, connecting with women. I couldn't understand them, man. I didn't get it. Okay. But what was really happening, to be honest with you, is my mind was fucked up. Okay. My mind was holding me back.
Data is turned off, so I can't help you with that at the moment.
Oh, yeah? Well, I appreciate that. Okay. So my mind was holding me back. My mind had, barriers or limitations or blocks that were holding me back. Essentially, all I needed to do when I look at back in high school, that's where I really struggled with girls. All I really needed to do back then was just unleash my masculinity. I just needed to step into and embrace my masculinity, man. I just needed to man up. I was being a pussy. Okay, I was being too shy, too timid, too quiet. I had some shit going for me. As I talk about it. I used to play basketball. I had a decent physique back then as well. You know what I mean? I had height, right? Tall, dark, and handsome, I guess you could say. But couldn't get a girl to save my life. And literally, when I look back, man, it was literally just because I was being beta. I was being a little girl, right? But it was my mind that was fucked up, okay? Once I was able to master my mind, then I was able to unleash my masculinity. The masculinity is already there. Like, we're already able to attract women. It's not something that's difficult. It's just that we haven't, if you don't unleash that masculinity, then, you're going to have a tough time, right? It's like the dudes that don't give a fuck, the dudes that just unleash their masculinity and they're just alpha, they get women, man. And it's not about being cute. It's not about being pretty. It's not about being handsome. I mean, those things help, but it's not about that. It's about your energy, man. It's about being a masculine man. Masculinity attracts feminine energy. Masculine energy attracts feminine energy, right? That's how it goes. If you be alpha, beta will follow, right? The woman will become beta to you and she will follow you. Now, you're not going to get every single woman in the world, but you will get women. You will get the women that are right for you. You put out your values, you communicate your values, communicate your interests, what you're doing, your vision, and you will attract women who are into that. But they need to see strong masculine energy. They were not going to follow weakness, right? When you start stepping into your masculine energy, you start being alpha and dominant, women respond very well. They turn into little girls, right? When a masculine man. So for example, if you want to get some girls right now, all you got to do is start expressing your masculinity to women. Like, start talking to women, but talk to them as a masculine man who doesn't give a fuck. Like, a masculine man who's not trying to impress the girl. He's not trying to get pussy. He's not trying to do anything. He's just expressing himself, but he's expressing his natural desire to want to have sex, okay? But you do it with social intelligence. So instead of me telling the girl, hey, I want to have sex with you, I'll just look at her like I want to have sex with her, right? The look in my eye will say that I want to have sex with her. My body language will say that. But it will also say that I'm not attached to the outcome. It will also say that I have an abundance mindset, meaning that if she acts stupid, I'll just walk away. Right? It's having that, it's like understanding the subtleties of this game. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you need to be alpha. Yes, you need to be masculine. Yes, you need to be all these things, but you need to be intelligent too. Like, you can't be violating people. You can't be stupid about shit. You got to be smart, right? Like, for example, I'm probably going to go to, there's this place I like to go for a walk. Okay. And there's women there. Now, I could go out there if I really wanted to, right? I could go out there and just mass approach all the women over there. Okay, but that wouldn't be the smartest thing. Why? Because that is a location that I frequent. I go there all the time. I have to be intelligent about my shit. Yes, I'm alpha. Yes, I'm masculine. Yes, I will approach women, but I'll be intelligent about it. If I get a vibe, I'll approach a woman. If not, I won't. I'm not going to go and approach every single woman in that location unless I don't give a fuck. Right? Unless I don't want to, if I don't care about, violating the environment. But my goal is not to violate the environment. My goal is to make the environment better, right? Because that's actually how you get women. You show up and you make the place better. When you are the most alpha person in the environment, women pay attention. Doesn't mean they're gonna fuck you, but they pay attention. They're like, okay, this dude, he has some influence, he has some power. Clearly, people are fucking with him, people respect him. So that's like the start of the game. Now, if I demonstrate that, then it's a lot easier for me to approach this woman and pick her up, because she's seeing that I'm alpha. She's seeing that I'm grounded in my masculinity. She's seeing I can express myself authentically. So now when I approach her, it's not even going to be a cold approach. It's going to be a warm approach, right? So there's like an intelligent way to do this thing, and it's not that difficult, man. It literally, all it requires you is just to become more masculine, right? Like, have more balls, have more courage, have more, you know what I mean? Like, just be more manly, essentially. Like, you don't need to know pickup lines and this tactic and this technique and this game and this strategy and this. You don't really need all that shit, right? It's cool to have. It makes you more powerful. You can do some interesting things and make shit happen. But all you really need, honestly, is just the balls to go out and talk to women consistently and express yourself as a grounded masculine man who's authentic and who can lead. Who can lead. Like, you have the value. You are a king, right? If you approach a woman as a king and you hold that frame and you refuse to break that frame, she will treat you as a king. And if she doesn't, it's very simple. You walk away. You don't stay there and say, oh, okay, well, if you don't want to treat me like a king, you could treat me like a slave. No, that's what guys do. They try to demonstrate, okay, yeah, Trey said be a king, let me go and do it. And then when the girl starts shit testing them, they just break and go back to being a regular dude. And guess what? She's going to treat you like that. When I say be a king, I mean hold that frame. Hold that frame. Like, that's who you are all the time. A king is not a king sometimes, and sometimes he is this and so. No, you maintain that frame, right? And this is the attitude, this is the vibe that gets women. I'm telling you, it's not about being super good looking or super this or super that. It's about being grounded in your masculinity. Okay, like, literally, that's all it is. Energy. Like, this whole game of life is energy. Okay, when masculine energy shows up, feminine energy can smell it out, right? They can sense it in the air. When it's grounded, not when it's like chaotic and all over the place. It needs to be grounded, right? And it's the whole package. It's the look in your eye. It's your body language. It's your communication. It's your attitude. It's your mindset. It's your beliefs, right? You want to develop powerful beliefs. Like, you want to live. Why do I talk about being an unbreakable beast, right? It's a way of being. And when I talk about the limitless code, it's a way of being. The game is played before you even show up. Before you even approach the woman, the game is already played, right? Like, if you were being a piece of shit all day and then you're going to approach a woman, your energy is going to be off. It's going to be off. She's going to tell, like, something is off here, and she's going to reject you, and she's going to justify it. Oh, he wasn't that cute. He wasn't this. No, his energy was off. That's it. Okay, I've experimented with this shit. Like, I used to go to the club, and sometimes I would go looking real fresh. Sometimes I go looking regular. And I saw there was times when I used to go looking super fresh, and I wouldn't get no women because my vibe would be off. My energy would be off. I wouldn't be feeling it. And then other times I'll go looking regular, like some regular shit on, and I'll be killing it because my vibe was on point, because I was feeling real good that day. You know what I mean? I was feeling confident. I was feeling masculine. I was feeling grounded. I was feeling like a beast, okay? So I'm telling you, it's the vibe. It's the energy that you give off. The more you become a man, the more you become masculine, the more you become authentic in your expression, the more you stop giving a fuck about impressing anyone. You just be you and know that you are great, know that you are amazing. How do you know that you're great? How do you know that you're amazing? By doing your shit, man. By going after your purpose, by being driven, by having goals, by doing your shit, by being consistent, by being disciplined, just having some strong character. Show up as a strong character. I'm telling you, it's not that difficult, man. If you want to go and get some women right now, you can, if you just go out and say, you know what, I'm going to just go out and just express my masculine energy. Right? When's the last time you said that? Yo, I'm going to just go out and express my masculine energy today. But guess what? You're going to get rejected, okay? You're going to get tested. That's the whole point. That's how you become grounded. If you want to know how I've become grounded in my masculinity, it was because I went through rejection. I went through tests. I went through ridicule. I went through looking stupid. I went through getting embarrassed. went through all this shit, and I overcame all of it. So what happens when you do that? You become grounded. You become proactive and not reactive. You stop giving a fuck. You look at people and you're like, you know, they try to get you. They try to say some shit to get you to react, and you just look at them and don't even move, right? Because you're like, man, this ain't shit, man. You know, I approached 1,000 women and been through all type of shit. Like this ain't nothing. Okay. By the way, I'll just, you know, a lot of times I'll just walk away. It's not like I'll stand there and have a conversation. If it's stupid, like if the girl is, that's the thing with me, man. If a girl is not acting right, I just leave, man. Like you don't have to put up with their bullshit. I'm telling you. And that's how you attract the right women. It's like you just have standards. You know, you have a certain frame that you live by and you refuse to break it. Like when I talk about the limitless code gives you so much power, right? Because you start to live for challenge, right? Instead of, oh, what is the, how can I not get rejected? How can I make this easy? No, instead of that, you say, I'm a masculine man, I'm alpha, and I'm going to go and do what I got to do, right? I'm going to go and talk to some women. I want some women. Let me go and talk to them. And let me go and find the right women. Like women that are submissive and feminine and positive energy. Not the women that are acting stupid. Not the ones that love to complain and love to be negative and hate men and all this stupid shit. I don't deal with that. I just don't. You know what I mean? So I just don't have those problems, man. Because I have a strong frame. And I won't break my frame for anyone. I don't care which girl it is. I don't care which guy it is. I don't care who it is. My frame stays the same. And if I don't like the vibes, I dip off, man. I used to, maybe back in the day, I would probably try to do some shit. Fuck that, man. On to the next. That's how a king would operate. A king would look at everyone and he'd say, okay, well, I'm a king. So I'm going to see if anyone here seems cool. Okay, that girl over there, she's pretty cute. Let me go and say what's up. You go and say what's up. And she's, let's say she's not receptive. Like you say, hey, I thought you were attractive. I want to come and say hi. She's like, you know, I'm sorry, I'm taken. All right, fair enough. Have a great day. On to the next one. Okay, another girl, she looks cute. Let me talk to her. Hey, what's up? I thought you were attractive. I want to come and say hi. Oh, hey, you're actually pretty cute too. Oh yeah, pretty cute. All right, well, what's your name? I'm Trey. Oh, I'm so-and-so, da-da-da. Okay, cool. Well, you know, I usually come out here. I always come for a walk. Sometimes I check out these restaurants. You ever been to so-and-so restaurant? No, I haven't, but I've been to this other restaurant. Oh, yeah? How was it? Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't been to that one. The one that I went to, I enjoyed it, man. I had this so-and-so meal, but you know what I mean? It's just, the demeanor is like, yo, I'm just vibing, man. And I'm not impressed. I'm not like, oh, I'm finally talking to a girl. No, it's an abundance mindset. If I don't like the vibes, if she says some shit that I'm not vibing with, I'll leave. If she says like let's say we're talking and then she's like, yeah, you know, but I don't really date guys, or I'm not really dating right now. Okay, cool. Just walk off. Like, I'm not gonna stay there and be like, oh, you don't date? Why don't you date? Why can't you this? Why don't you do? Who gives a fuck, bro? Go on to the next girl. Let her feel the loss. You want somebody to feel the loss, you walk away in the middle of the conversation. That's literally what I do. Right? So I don't, you know, I'm not like, what's it called? Settling. Right? If the girl is not on the same vibes as me, I dip. Now, if I want to have fun and fuck around, sometimes I will. I'll stay in the conversation and say, oh, you're not dating right now? Oh, so what are you doing? You know? I'll fuck around, but most of the time I just keep it moving, man. And that's the vibes, man. That's the vibe. I'm telling you, this shit is not supposed to be that serious. It's supposed to be fun, good vibes, chill, relax. You know, sometimes I might be in some chill energy. Other times I might have more energy, you know, more like, oh, what's good, you know, whatever. It's whatever you want to do, man. It's your life, right? And these girls, man, they respond to a king. They respond to a man who values himself and has himself on the pedestal. Like, she's not on the pedestal. You put yourself on the pedestal. When you approach her from up here and you're looking down at her. Hey, I thought you were attractive. It's in the sense what you're saying is, I think you're cute. I'm a king. Do you want to come into my kingdom? Yes or no? And if she says no, you walk away. If she says yes, then okay, cool. You can come to my kingdom. That's the vibes, man. Ain't nothing else. It's very simple. Very simple. You don't need a bunch of pickup lines. Okay? And if you go up to 10 women and all of them reject you, then you can say, okay, man, I got to work on some shit here. Right? Because if you should at least get one that's, to fuck with you. So, you got to look at that too. Like, okay, yes, rejection is part of the game, but if you're getting rejected too much, then that means, you got to work on some shit. And for me, it took me some time to figure this shit out. I went out consistently for quite some time until I worked on a character that was attractive. Like, your character has to be attractive. Like an attractive character, like a movie. Like, if somebody was watching a movie, you could watch a movie and there's certain characters in the movie that are attractive, right? That's how your character needs to be. All right, so that's the advice for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.